The forest is no longer behind them. Now it hangs above them, a floating thinning, a burning world just out of sight, and only one path left to take. Driven back by a fracture in reality and the screams of men lost behind it, Cullen and the others descend into Direth Station, an ancient place of metal, dust, failing light, and buried purpose. But beneath the woods, the dark has not thinned. It has only changed shape. Welcome back to the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast. This is Season 6, Episode 4, Direth Station. What began as pursuit through Direwood has become something far stranger and far more dangerous. The thinning is no longer a distant threat or a vision caught at the edge of perception. It is here, physical and immediate, cutting off the forest around the company and forcing them toward the only refuge left, an old world station hidden beneath the overgrowth. In this episode, the danger shifts from open wilderness to enclosed descent. Cullen, Sharael, Care, Shawn, Farthen, and Dagar are pushed into ancient halls built in an age whose knowledge has long outlived the people who made it. The deeper they go, the more the world above begins to feel unreachable. And beneath that old machinery and dim light, something else waits. I'm Mike Carmel, and this is the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast. Season 6, Episode 4, Direth Station.
I kept moving even as they ran past, and then I was engulfed in flames.
His voice lowers.
They weren't real, but I could see nothing. For hours, walking blind, questioning every step.
His hands tighten into fists.
So I shaded my eyes. I stopped looking, stopped trying to make sense of it, and trusted my feet instead.
A final, shaky breath.
Dia, it was right behind me as I stepped into this clearing.
Sharael's face slackens, her gaze locking onto the forest beyond. Farthen sees it too.
Dia, don't.
His voice is hoarse, urgent. But she moves before anyone can stop her, steps forward, crosses from the clearing into the woods. Then a gasp, sharp, sudden. She staggers back, limbs shaking, breath ragged as she falls into the clearing. I rush to her. Shawn and I collide, but he gives way that I may catch her as she stumbles. She's trembling. Her fingers clutch at me, nails digging into my shirt as she buries her face in my shoulder. She shifts, no longer the untouchable matriarch, no longer the warrior. Now she is soft, sorrowful, meek. Her grip tightens.
We need to speak,
She whispers, voice unsteady. A breath, shuddering, raw.
but not now. No. Now we need to make haste away from here.
What? The word barely escapes me. She lifts her head, eyes haunted.
It's a thinning,
She breathes, then quieter.
and I have destroyed Sansa.
A chill pours down my spine. I inhale sharply, then turn to the others. You heard, Dia. My voice rings out, cutting through the stunned silence. Make haste. It's a thinning. Care reacts first.
A thinning?
His voice is tight, urgent. Shawn doesn't hesitate. He's already grabbing his pack, moving with purposeful urgency. The rest of us scramble to pack our things. Shawn is first to shoulder his pack and reaches for Sharael's, intending to carry it. I grab my own pack and snatch Dagar by the scruff, flinging him over my shoulder. He latches on, claws hooking into the fabric as we make haste for the path.
Damn it, First Parthis, what's happening?
First Parthis.
Farthen snaps, his voice sharp. I ignore Care, moving south on the intended path, a few paces, no more. And I stop. The air here feels wrong. The thinning is close. I feel it. Its presence just beyond my vision, a glow sensed rather than seen. Behind me, Farthen's voice turns to anger.
Who's First Parthis among us?
I don't turn. I answer plainly. It is I, Farthen. I exhale, stretching my senses forward. It's here as well. We need to withdraw the way we came. Farthen scoffs.
You!
He sounds incredulous, as if he can't reconcile what he's hearing.
You're just a boy. How old are you?
24.
How the fog did you become First Parthis?
Shawn and Farthen fall in behind Sharael and me, with Care bringing up the rear. I hear steps in the undergrowth and I turn, seeing that Care steps off the trail, trying to move to the front, and cries out. He staggers back, eyes wide in shock and wonder.
It's here.
He says, pointing at the border of the path.
It's right here.
He lifts a hand, reaching for it. Well, don't, I snap. Sharael and I have been through a thinning. We ended up in Sansa, and it was a bloody miracle we made it back. Enough messing about, we must make haste. Care hesitates. Then, slowly, he nods.
Yes, First Parthis.
The words clearly unsettle him. Farthen turns to him, frowning.
Do you agree to this appointment?
No, in fact, I protested quite strongly.
Farthen narrows his eyes.
You were there when he was appointed? How long has this whippersnapper been Parthis?
Long enough.
Care exhales.
It was wrong of me to question Her Majesty's appointment.
At the name, Farthen stills. His expression shifts, realization dawning.
Her Magus? Oh, forgive me, dear.
Sharael doesn't look at him.
I don't have to, Farthen. I remember Agartha. I have not forgotten how the Parthi let you down.
She exhales, meeting his gaze.
Be at peace, my friend. This man has the contract, and he will not let us down.
Farthen straightens. His eyes harden, then soften.
Your word is all I require, dear. Forgive an old dwarf.
Sharael meets his eyes.
There is nothing to forgive.
She repeats, voice low but steady. Care turns to her.
Your Magus, what do you know of this thinning? Do you know if we can survive it, if we're taken?
She exhales slowly.
I do not think we would survive another taking, General. We need to get around it.
Before anyone can respond, Dagar suddenly launches from my back, a streak of fur and motion. I feel the jerk, claws briefly snagging fabric as he rockets forward toward the thinning. I stop short, just in time for Farthen to slam into me again. His weight throws me from my feet, and I hit the ground hard. One knee, one hand, a jarring roll just off the path. I look up fast, heart pounding. But nothing. Just forest. I don't think it's here, I call out. Off somewhere, Dagar squeals with glee. Farthen's reaching for me now, arms flailing blindly. Then he stops, eyes shut tight, reaching by instinct alone. I extend my hand. He grabs hold and hauls me back to the path in one powerful pull, and that's when I see it, when I pass through it. The air changes. The forest vanishes. Flames, blinding and bright, explode into view, engulfing the world in a fiery orange haze, as brilliant as the sun. a vision of destruction, of horror. And I'm out. It is here, I say, voice hoarse. I gesture about thigh-high at the edge of the path. Only, it's here, just above the forest floor.
It floats?
Care asks, squinting. At least here it does, descending as it did when Farthen had climbed the rock, I reply. From ahead, Dagar's voice rings out.
In, out, in, out!
He's hopping, springing from the forest floor. Each jump must be carrying him through the thinning and back again. He calls it every time, counting, measuring. He's more than 30 paces out now, but still, his voice carries, shrill with joy. He's showing us its reach. And then, he's gone from view. Farthen watches, blinking.
That fog and thing talks?
Care nods, still watching.
I think he's a Shinbo.
Farthen frowns.
Nah, Shimbo look more like monkeys, and they smell foul.
Care arches a brow.
You've seen a real Shinbo?
Well, no, not for real, but I've seen drawings.
I think he's a Shinbo.
Care says with a shrug. Minutes pass before Dagar returns, bounding to a halt before us.
It hasn't dropped. Still floats above the forest floor.
It would be fine if we were knee-high or smaller, but we're not. To crawl beneath it would take hours, days maybe, and that's only if it stays level. What if it sinks? We are well past noon. Shawn leads the way now, cutting a steady path, when he suddenly stops. He staggers backward, eyes wide. I know what he's about to say before the words leave his mouth.
It's in front of us.
We check the forest. North, blocked. West, blocked. We already know it stretches behind us, far to the south. That leaves only one direction. East. Care turns his gaze. Rocky cliffs, snow-capped ridges beyond. We're not equipped for that kind of terrain, not for the cold, not for the climb. I kneel, check the thinning again. Still the same, thigh height. Care says, almost to himself,
Direth Station.
Farthen blinks.
Direth Station?
Care doesn't answer right away. He's looking at me now, waiting. I rise. It's still passable, I say. The forest floor is deeper towards the station. If it leads to tunnels, I think it's the only way. I pause. I don't see that we have a choice. Farthen frowns again.
Direth Station.
It's
I know what it is. And the unit of South Blades. Is that really where they've been serving all these years?
We passed it about 2 hours back. I just hope the thinning hasn't consumed the path.
No one answers. We all turn. To Sharael. She stands silent, uncertain, pale. She swallows hard before speaking.
Yes, General. Make haste.
The urgency of haste wears on us, each step draining what little strength remains as we backtrack to the place we all can see the small building. Cutting off the path, taking the route Shawn had done, we push through exhaustion, our breaths coming hard and fast. When we finally reach Direth Station, the red-painted door stands slightly ajar, just as Shawn had left it. The forest has overtaken the structure, vines creeping along its edges, reclaiming it piece by piece. I glance up. Above the door, bold square letters stand against time-worn stone. Direth Station number 66, Cooling Ring 1. There is no immediate sign of the thinning, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. A sound reaches us. A scream, faint, distant, yet it cuts through the silence, sharp, raw, hoarse with fear. Then another. Men. Perhaps those who pursued us. It doesn't matter. We can't see them. We cannot go back. We stick to the plan and step inside. The metal-grated platform creaks beneath us. A staircase descends into darkness. Care shoves the door closed behind us, forcing it against the grit and dirt that has settled over years of disuse. The orange of direwood taking coloring everything. Then,
Oh,
Sharael gasps. I turn sharply. What's wrong? She clutches my arm. Her fingers shake.
it's so dark.
Dark? A sinking feeling settles in my gut. I already know what she will say next.
Open your buckle.
I slide my belt buckle open. A thick, syrupy light flows from it, spilling into the space, seeping into cracks and gaps, illuminating the space with an intense white. The light casts no shadows, yet it clings to us, enveloping us in its embrace. Shawn exhales, staring.
Very impressive, First Parthas.
He nods.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I step forward, gripping the platform's railing, peering down. The metal stairs descend several flights, vanishing into deathless black. The walls are bare, save for glow bulbs placed with eerie precision. Some flicker, some remain unlit. Perhaps I was too hasty in using the buckle's light. The bulb above the door is dead, but further down, they glow. I slowly close the buckle. Some protest, but I shush them, raising a hand. We don't need my light. The glow bulbs still work. We are 6 now, stronger than before. We are those who serve the oath. I take the first step. My boot taps against the grating. I take another. A knot in my stomach tenses until I hear the others follow. The descent is haphazard at first. I think we all must feel the unease of the thinning above us. Haphazard, that is, until the light from the evenly spaced glow bulbs grows sparse. Some have failed. In this place, I find myself nervous as we walk in shadow, inspecting everything. It's not that I'm unprepared for any manner of man, elf, or dwarf we may encounter. It's the orcs, the vampires, and the werewolves I've so recently learned of that has me on hyper-alert. My right hand slides along the ancient, smooth handrail, brushing off a collection of dust perhaps hundreds, maybe thousands of years thick. My left rests on the razor's pommel. I feel the razor's presence more and more. Perhaps because the contract grows, strengthening the bond. Or maybe it's my new bond as First Parthas. Whatever the reason, I feel more attached to it. I recall what Care explained about its function, how it was used by the goddess. I've given that little thought since, but I've only had a few days to dwell on it. Now, I revisit that knowledge, despite the oddest of circumstances. It is in these times of alert that my mind deciphers what I had only filed away. I remember when Sharael first explained the razor. I'd wondered how it could make the judgments she claimed, to choose the worthy from the unworthy. Yet I've seen just that. When Arkan admitted his original intent was to kill me and take the razor, it rejected him, made itself too heavy for him to lift. And he'd been contracted. There's been no time to speak more of this with Sharael or Care. The last few days have been too chaotic, too shocking. I'm getting distracted, so I push it all from my mind. I need to be vigilant. I take a deep breath and taste the cool dampness in the air. With each flight down, the air grows colder and a chill creeps over me. 7 flights we descend in all. An unfathomable depth by modern standards. Yet to the ancients who built this place, it must have been mundane. Still, their structures are magnificent, even in ruin. They achieved so much. left behind so many things. Everything, except the knowledge of how to create them. The books they left are ancient tomes we suspect were ancient even to them. Writings in languages almost no one can decipher. And the few that can be translated reveal nothing of the ancients' true knowledge. The landing is a small square room with 2 corridors, one leading east, the other west. Neither in the direction we need to travel, which is south. Care looks dubious, but with the thinning above us, the choice is easy in my eyes. I peer west. The glow bulbs are widely spaced, casting dim, uneven light. Still, it doesn't warrant use of the light gem. In this kind of gloom, any source we carry would alert those lying in wait. Besides, my vision, my secret night vision, would be ruined by more light. No one speaks. We wait for someone to lead. I mean it to be me, but Care moves me bodily aside and starts into the corridor I'd been facing. So, in a way, I am leading. Care just takes the cue. I mean for Shawn to take second position, but he hesitates. I think he wants to stay closer to Sharael, as I do. I gesture him forward, and after a moment's pause, he obeys without protest. Farthen hangs back. He expects to take rear guard, and I have no issue with that. I gesture to Sharael next, who nods and walks. The corridor walls are far less impressive than the structure above. They don't flow like the smooth graph iron shaft we descended. Instead, they're rough, formed of large gray bricks. Water seeps down the seams, pooling in places, draining through cracks in the floor. Pipes and conduits run the ceiling and walls. Some hold valve-like objects, others, strange boxes I don't understand. Some are smooth, others fitted with toggles or buttons, more delicate than any I've seen. The toggles and switches of our pneumatics are coarse by comparison, but I see the similarities. Ours govern the flow of compressed air or water to actuate machines. Pneumatics are the oldest tech still used on Van Isle, older than the graph iron era, introduced to our modern world by the Cadians in their bid for power. I remember the wonder of my mother's first stitchery engine and the windmills we had to erect to create pneumatic force to drive it. These days, we mostly use pneumatics for water pressure from wells, but new ideas surface all the time. I heard some fellow in Rivette is working on a self-propelled rail cart, powered like the stitchery engine, compressed air pushing pistons, turning a shaft for drive. But all of it pales compared to the ancients. Their power was man-made magic. It drove everything. They grew graph iron creations, powered lights, heat, buildings, conveyances. They say man, back when there were no other races, could fly in the devices of those ancient days. The deeper we go, the more I'm convinced this corridor isn't from the graph iron era. Not all of it, anyway. Now and then we pass stretches of perfectly smooth passage, no seepage, no wear. Graph iron sections, likely repairs. Fixes to a failing structure that somehow lasted thousands of years. There's something in the air, a scent of decay, like the deep forest but tainted with something else. I'm not sure when I noticed it. Maybe it's been there all along. At least the sulphurous reek of the thinning is absent, though I doubt we're free of it. Our boots tap quietly as we move at a slow, methodical pace. A pace of exploration, caution. Care warned us these halls could be defenses, and I remember the pitfalls of the Archive. I'd told him of those horrors. He'd listened, genuinely, it seemed. Dagar remains quiet, inconspicuous, curled atop my pack, nestled into the flap's indent. I hadn't packed it full, so the space serves a better purpose now. He's terrific, a vibrant creature who brings light-hearted comfort to my day, but now is not the time for antics. I'm grateful for his self-control. Sometimes I forget he's there, and something small startles me, reminding me of his presence. Other times I wonder if he's still with me, and I reach back, fingers brushing soft fur. He purrs at my touch. A far cry from the first days, when he spoke during every conversation, telling stories, commenting, rarely knowing when to stop. So we progress slowly. The smell of damp and decay worsens, along with that other scent, the one beneath it. It's unpalatable, turning my stomach. I hope it doesn't grow stronger. Something crunches underfoot. I can't see what it is, not in the pale orange of my vision, nor in the faint light of the bulbs. It feels like walking over rocky seashore, my boots crushing barnacles and tiny snails, no bigger than grains of sand. Shawn, now walking second, glances back at Sharael more than once. Makes me wonder if he's developed something more than admiration. Care called his brother a zealot. Seems fitting. His interest in her has doubled since I foolishly fled. An embarrassment rolls over me, and it hurts to think of it. That I could leave Sharael, my charge, so easily, and for such misplaced reasons. She was only telling me the truth, divulging her secrets. What cowardice I displayed. I can't help but wonder if my absence that day was the catalyst for Shawn's growing admiration. When I returned from my abandonment, he seemed aglow. It hadn't been subtle either. Like the man had been bottling up his feelings, only to uncork it the moment he thought his rival was out of the way. Care stops suddenly, raising a clenched fist. There are maybe 3 meters between us, and my stomach lurches at the signal. I repeat his signal for farthen's sake, and try to search ahead, scanning the even orange of my vision.
Season 6, Episode 4. Direth Station drives the company out of the forest and down into the buried dark. Thanks for listening to the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast. Follow the show so you don't miss the next chapter, and if you'd like to support the story, a rating, review, or share helps more than you might think. The links are in the show notes. Until next time, keep safe. The world is getting stranger.